Someone is completely obsessed with you, but this connection is not allowed. This situation means two specific things you must realize. Take a deep breath before you go further, because this message is not a coincidence. You did not find this by luck. The person who just came into your mind right now is there for a reason. There is someone in your life, or someone who keeps entering your thoughts when you don't expect it, who feels a very strong bond with you. It is not a small feeling. It is not light, and it is not just passing by. It is deep. It is constant, and it is quiet. They are crazy about you, but not in a loud or wild way. It is a controlled silence in a way they have never let themselves feel before. Yet this bond feels off limits, not because love isn't there, but because something is blocking the path. That forbidden nature explains two very important things. These things explain why the link feels so strong, why there is distance between you, and why neither of you can truly move on. Before we reveal those two powerful truths, if you're enjoying this message, take a moment to subscribe to Archangel Blessings Light. Turn on the bell and select all so you never miss the divine guidance and life-changing messages meant for your spiritual journey. ****. Now let's begin. Hello everyone, and welcome to Archangel Blessings Light. First, you must understand this fact. When a relationship is restricted, it does not mean it is weak. In fact, it usually means the opposite is true. Forbidden bonds are almost never shallow. They do not start because it is easy. They do not start from being bored. Life encompasses elements that demand patience, openness, and faith in processes that naturally progress over time. As an individual cultivates this trust, their relationship with uncertainty evolves. Rather than perceiving each delay as a setback, they begin to view these interruptions as chances for preparation. Similarly, instead of regarding challenges as indications of being on the wrong path, they start to recognize that obstacles often offer significant lessons. Experiences that previously appeared insignificant reveal deeper meanings when considered from a broader viewpoint. This transformative journey impacts the psyche as fear gradually relinquishes its hold, allowing trust to foster emotional stability. Consequently, individuals no longer feel the incessant need to control outcomes in pursuit of security. They cultivate confidence in their ability to adapt, learn, and grow, irrespective of circumstances. This confidence arises not from foreseeing the future, but from a profound understanding of oneself. Your soulmate can perceive this transformation since trust alters the energy you emit in relationships. When someone strives relentlessly to manipulate outcomes, they often project anxiety, pressure, and a sense of urgency. Conversely, an individual who embraces the journey radiates calmness, patience, and confidence, fostering a different ambience that is no longer overshadowed by fear of potential outcomes. This transformation also paves the way for deeper connections. Relationships flourish when they evolve organically rather than being confined by expectations and demands. Trust nurtures openness by alleviating the constant quest for reassurance regarding the future, enabling individuals to savor the present rather than becoming preoccupied with uncertainties. As trust deepens, life starts to feel less like a struggle against unpredictability and more like an enlightening journey of discovery. Each experience, whether joyous or challenging, integrates into a larger narrative of growth and transformation. The focus shifts from exerting control over every chapter to absorbing lessons from each one as it unfolds, fostering a sense of tranquility that remains steadfast even amid undisclosed future developments. Connecting with your higher purpose is not merely about unearthing a singular grand mission that elucidates all aspects of life. Rather, it is a gradual process of deepening your connection to the most authentic parts of yourself. Many individuals navigate life led primarily by external expectations. They chase goals because of societal value, follow paths due to others' approval, and make decisions reflecting superficial success. Although these pursuits may yield temporary satisfaction, they often leave behind an enduring sense of something essential missing. Deep within lies a yearning for meaning, and ignoring this desire can lead to disconnection from oneself, irrespective of achievements. A higher purpose begins to come to light when individuals start acknowledging what truly resonates within them, often during moments of reflection, challenge, or personal evolution. Difficult experiences tend to compel people to question long-standing beliefs and reassess the trajectories of their lives. They delve into profound questions about their identities, values, and desired contributions to the world. These inquiries facilitate a shift from seeking external validation to uncovering inner truths. The path toward purpose is seldom linear. The mind frequently resists change due to the safety found in familiar patterns, even when they hinder growth. Individuals may find themselves torn between societal expectations and what genuinely resonates as meaningful. This internal struggle generates tension, as the deeper self yearns for authenticity, while the conditioned personality craves approval and security. Growth occurs when one gradually summons the courage to pursue what feels true rather than simply what is comfortable. As alignment with purpose intensifies, life begins to transform. A clearer sense of direction emerges, even when clarity surrounding answers is lacking. Decision-making becomes more straightforward as choices are informed by values rather than fear. Instead of obsessively wondering what will impress others, individuals start to question what authentically reflects their nature. Their actions align more closely with their values, creating a sense of integrity that fortifies self-respect and inner confidence. This alignment has substantial ramifications for emotional well-being, as many anxieties stem from living in ways that clash with deeper values. When essential desires are ignored, aspirations suppressed, or individuals remain in unsupportive situations, frustration and emotional fatigue build up over time. However, as one starts living in harmony with their purpose, internal conflicts begin to diminish. Energy once consumed in maintaining an inauthentic existence becomes redirected toward creativity, passion, learning, and meaningful contributions. Purpose also alters the way individuals engage in relationships. Those disconnected from their essence may seek identity and guidance from others, developing dependency on external approval due to a lack of strong connection with their own values. In contrast, individuals aligned with their purpose exhibit a greater sense of wholeness in their relationships, not looking to others for definition, but sharing their lives from a place characterized by self-awareness and stability. Your soulmate experiences this transformation as purpose weaves itself into every facet of your presence. A stark contrast exists between someone meandering through life aimlessly and one profoundly connected to a sense of meaning. Purpose brings clarity, confidence, and authenticity, granting individuals a quiet strength independent of external circumstances or approval. As alignment with your higher purpose deepens, your thoughts, actions, and values harmonize rather than pulling in opposing directions. This balance fosters an aura perceptible to others. Growth is not solely measured by achievements or outer success, but by the increasing connection between who you are at your core and how you choose to curate your daily existence. In this alignment, the profound aspects of your spirit find their voice, allowing your life to embody qualities that were poised to emerge all along. As this journey culminates, one truth stands clear. The transformation your soulmate senses does not stem from relentlessly pursuing love, enduring longer waits, or striving to become someone else. It occurs because you have turned inward, forging the most critical relationship of all, one with yourself. You prioritized self-discovery, healed wounds that once dictated your emotions, released fear and unhealthy attachments, embraced emotional authenticity, and learned to trust the journey rather than impose rigid outcomes. Most significantly, you aligned yourself with a more profound sense of purpose and meaning, ushering in a powerful shift within your inner landscape. The person you are becoming exhibits increased awareness, balance, authenticity, and connection to their true essence. This transformation influences not only your experience of life, but also how others perceive you. Your soulmate discerns this growth, realizing that genuine connections cultivate long before words are exchanged. It begins within the soul. Every lesson absorbed, each challenge overcome, and every step taken towards self-realization has brought you closer to the love, peace, and fulfillment you seek. Remember, true attraction springs not from perfection, but from wholeness. The greatest gift is not external approval but self-acceptance, and the most worthwhile journey is not the quest for another, but the journey back to oneself. As you progress, trust in your growth, honor your path, and never underestimate the power of the person you are becoming. Thank you for dedicating this time to reflect with me. If this message resonates with you, consider it a reminder that your growth initiates positive transformations in ways you may not yet fully recognize. I wish you resilience for every challenge, wisdom for every choice, tranquility for uncertain moments, and love that mirrors the beauty you inherently possess. May your journey continue to unfurl new opportunities, deeper insights, and meaningful bonds. Best of luck on your path ahead, and may each step draw you closer to a life and love that resonate with your highest self. Thank you for your attention, and until we meet again, take care of yourself and persist in your forward movement. I reward you with confidence. These feelings do not arise from mere loneliness or a fleeting infatuation. They stem from a profound acknowledgement that this individual did not consciously choose to develop these feelings for you. It was a gradual process that culminated in an overwhelming realization. Initially, you were simply someone they noticed, then transitioned to someone they admired, later evolving into a figure of trust, and eventually, without fully grasping how it occurred, you became the individual they could not stop contemplating. The aspect that renders this connection forbidden is not a deficiency of affection, but rather the constraints of timing, circumstances, obligations, apprehensions, or ethical principles. Herein lies the essence of the struggle faced by this person, as they grapple with their own thoughts daily, due to the feelings they have for you. Their battle is not against you, but rather an internal conflict with their emotions. They awaken each day with thoughts of you swirling in their mind, only to remind themselves of the reasons they should not dwell on such feelings. They replay conversations in their minds, subsequently feeling frustrated at themselves for smiling, and envision what it would be like to be near you, before promptly dismissing these thoughts for fear of what wanting you might entail. While their heart may not find it daunting, the implications for their established life certainly are. For some, it means an existing commitment to another, while for others, it is the weight of familial expectations, cultural norms, societal pressures, or moral boundaries that they have been advised never to transgress. Occasionally, one of you may be unavailable in a manner that complicates everything. Sometimes, the connection itself challenges the very aspirations they harbored for their life. Thus, rather than taking action, they restrain themselves. Instead of confessing their feelings, they withdraw. Instead of reaching out, they observe from afar in silence. This silence, a fact often overlooked, does not indicate an absence of feelings. It frequently suggests that those feelings are simply overwhelming. This individual is not at peace regarding you. Their emotions are intense, albeit subdued. They refrain from voicing their feelings because doing so would open a Pandora's box they fear might be impossible to close. They avoid taking action as it would compel them to confront consequences they are not prepared for. They hesitate to draw closer because to do so would reveal truths they have concealed even from themselves. Carl Jung famously noted that resistance only magnifies what one opposes, and that is precisely the dynamic at play here. Each time this person attempts to refrain from reaching out, their feelings intensify. Each time they choose to withhold their emotions, the bond only grows stronger. Each moment they deny their feelings, the connection remains intact instead of dissipating. Feelings that are suppressed do not diminish, they simply amplify. This phenomenon explains the strange push and pull of energy you perceive. It elucidates why you sense their presence even in their absence, why they occupy your thoughts unexpectedly, and why your mood fluctuates without apparent cause. You might perceive their essence lingering around you in stillness, sensing an unfinished energy between you. This occurs because concealed feelings linger, waiting to be acknowledged. Jung posited that until one elucidates the hidden aspects of their psyche, they will navigate through life attributing their circumstances to fate. At present, much of what binds you is obscured, unsaid, and unresolved. Because these matters have yet to be illuminated, they operate beneath the surface, generating emotions and inner tension. This person harbors you quietly in their solitary thoughts during moments of tranquility. Within the dichotomy of what they display to the world and what they experience in solitude, they may appear composed and in control. Yet internally, they are engaged in a perpetual struggle, a push and a pull, a yearning thwarted by self-restraint. This is not a sign of your unimportance. On the contrary, it emphasizes your significance. They are apprehensive about disrupting lives, violating their convictions, and initiating a journey they feel ill-equipped to navigate. This internal conflict is exhausting, which is why the connection can feel weighty at times, intense even in silence, and why being apart does not bring solace. Jung also conveyed that the encounter of two individuals is similar to the interaction of two chemicals. If a reaction occurs, both are fundamentally altered. You have already experienced such a shift. Both of you, consciously or not, have been transformed through your awareness of one another. Something within you has shifted in acknowledging them. This is not mere fantasy or a coincidence. This connection transcends rationality, which is why it does not fade with time. It is sustained not by habit, but by significance. Jung also remarked that where love reigns, there is no need for control. In this relationship, wielding power is not the objective, neither is controlling the other. This is why it feels perplexing. There are no games or manipulations at play. It is simply two individuals affected by an unforeseen force, struggling to integrate this into the fabric of their everyday lives. As this unfolds, one truth becomes unmistakably clear. You are not a mere distraction. You are not an error. You are irreplaceable. You are entwined in a narrative that has already begun to guide both of you toward a profound comprehension. As this understanding deepens, the significance of this forbidden connection will continue to reveal itself gradually, layer by layer, until the next truth is poised to emerge. As that truth settles in, another realization becomes unavoidable. This connection does not resemble a typical crush. It does not diminish with distance, does not dissipate through rationality, and does not disappear simply due to inconvenience. Instead, it quietly trails behind both of you. You may notice that even amid busyness, even when life diverts your attention elsewhere, this person resurfaces in your thoughts effortlessly. This is not the result of conscious effort. Rather, it is a haunting reminder of an incompleteness lurking beneath the surface. The same dynamic operates in their experience. They may appear untroubled for days, seeming focused on their responsibilities, routines, and familial obligations. Yet the mind knows how to return to unresolved matters. They recall the sense of understanding you provided without need for explanation, the effortless conversations, the recognition of a deep connection, and the peculiar familiarity of knowing you. They reminisce about moments that carried more weight than they ought to have. This is precisely what terrifies them. Once one experiences being seen at such a profound level, that sensation cannot be undone. This is where many misinterpret forbidden connections. They assume distance signifies lesser feelings. In reality, the opposite is often true. Distance is not always created by a deficiency of feeling. It can result from an overwhelm of emotions. This person is acutely aware that if they take a step closer, they may irrevocably alter who they were prior to your encounter. People often find themselves confronting the undeniable truth that honesty can unveil aspects of their lives that cannot be changed. However, they may hesitate to dismantle the carefully constructed life they have created, even if it no longer feels like a genuine fit. Instead, they opt for the familiarity of control over the vulnerability of honesty. They prioritize structure over their emotions, choosing the discomfort and predictability of the known rather than venturing into uncertain truths. Yet, the cost of this choice is significant. Each time they suppress their emotions, those feelings do not simply vanish. They manifest as restlessness, distraction, and a sense of emotional detachment from those they are meant to connect with. Relationships that once felt secure may come under scrutiny, and they may begin to question why a sense of fulfillment seems elusive, as they struggle with happiness even in previously satisfying answers. Although they may refrain from vocalizing your name, you become a silent benchmark against which they measure their own lives, representing a version of emotional truth that they have yet to permit themselves to embrace fully. This is the reason the connection feels incomplete. It transcends mere desire between two individuals and suggests that two lives are on the brink of significant transformation. You are likely attuned to this dynamic, even if you cannot articulate it fully. After interacting with them, you may observe that your standards for emotional engagement have shifted, your thresholds for acceptance have changed, and your desires have become clearer, revealing a profound emptiness in what you once tolerated. You may find yourself increasingly unwilling to accept someone who is only partially present emotionally and less patient with superficial connections as you grow more aware of the depth of a genuine bond. This awareness is not arbitrary. It stems from recognition. The significance of this connection lies not solely in mutual attraction, but in the awakening it fosters within you. While some relationships are intended to forge a future together, others serve the purpose of awakening you to your own truth, and this particular bond fits into the latter category. It does not negate the potential for something more, but emphasizes that its primary role lies within your own development. You encountered this person at a pivotal moment when a part of you was ready for change, just as they were quietly questioning their own life, even without voicing those concerns. This shared experience creates a compelling yet confusing pull between you. You mirror each other's hidden aspects, illuminating facets that have long awaited acknowledgement. Such connections do not adhere to conventional timelines. They progress slowly and subtly, reshaping your priorities, values, and self-awareness. Consequently, even silence between you is charged with energy as something transformative brews beneath the surface. If you find yourself questioning why letting go feels unattainable, why logic doesn't lead to closure, or why the idea of nothing transpiring fails to liberate you, the answer lies in the fact that this bond thrives not on illusion, but on unacknowledged truth. Once felt, this truth cannot be ignored or forgotten. You do not simply cling to a person. You hold on to an emotionally clarifying experience that has shifted your being, and they are doing the same. However, this does not imply that you should wait indefinitely or sacrifice your present for uncertain prospects. Rather, it invites you to comprehend the lessons this connection offers, revealing the profound capacity for depth within your heart, the nourishing type of connection that invigorates rather than depletes, and the reminder that genuine feelings extend beyond what is merely convenient or safe. This realization applies equally to them, regardless of whether they acknowledge it. What unfolds next is not something that can be forced or hastened by desire. Rather, it will emerge when the courage to be honest surpasses the fear of change. Until that moment, the connection remains suspended between presence and absence, not fully extinguished, but lacking complete realization. It thrives in thought, in emotion, and in the quiet moments where the truth whispers rather than shouts. As time progresses, the tension between who they are and who they are becoming will continue to escalate, and the same applies to your own journey. Ultimately, something must evolve, for an awakened mind does not remain dormant indefinitely. This evolution will not stem merely from desire. It will arise from readiness, which does not announce itself with grand gestures or abrupt conversations, but rather surfaces quietly amid discomfort and the gradual recognition that aspects of your current life no longer align with your essence. For them, this often takes the form of a subtle fissure as they begin to sense that their roles feel heavier, responsibilities that were once accepted now seem confining, and their emotional routines feel hollow despite outward appearances. You are not the origin of this crack. You merely illuminated an existing misalignment in their life. This connection feels perilous to them, not because it jeopardizes their security, but because it challenges a false version of their reality, one that is comfortable yet ultimately untrue. Truth demands accountability, courage, and a willingness to confront one's emotions honestly, and many individuals are not prepared for this confrontation when it first arises. Thus, they procrastinate, fabricate excuses, convince themselves it is merely a phase, or that it will dissipate with time. However, profound connections cannot be discarded through neglect. They amplify internal pressure, which is why you may experience fluctuations of closeness followed by emotional retreat, moments of strong connection without verbal exchange, and periods of distance that seem bewildering. This ebb and flow does not indicate confusion regarding you. Rather, it reflects a tumultuous internal struggle as they navigate the space between their past self and their emerging identity, with you symbolizing that threshold. On your side, equally significant transformations are occurring. You are learning to perceive things with clarity, distinguishing between intense feelings and authentic alignment, as well as discerning simple chemistry from genuine compatibility. This connection was not intended to dominate your life. It came to enhance your clarity. You may find that your desire for superficial validation has diminished, your tolerance for diminished self-worth to appease others is lessened, and you are less inclined to suppress your own needs. This shift is not coincidental. That is growth. This relationship is instructing you on how to honor yourself without needing words. It is revealing the sensation of emotional alignment, even if it isn't fully realized yet. Once you've experienced this feeling, you cannot dismiss the distinction that it creates. This is what makes the connection feel unique. Unique does not imply perfection. It does not suggest that it will be effortless or guaranteed. Rather, it signifies that it holds significance regardless of the outcome. Whether this relationship evolves into something tangible or remains incomplete, it has already fulfilled part of its purpose. It has expanded your emotional capacity, sharpened your instinct, and clarified what you value and love, doing the same for them as well. This is why neither of you can simply erase it. It has become a component of your personal development. You may question the unfavorable timing. Why did this connection arise when it seems impractical to pursue? However, timing is seldom about punishment. Often, it relates to preparation. Sometimes, two individuals encounter each other not to unite immediately, but to undergo individual transformations first. Without that inner evolution, even the most robust connections can crumble under the pressure of fear and ingrained habits. At this moment, both of you are encouraged to explore something deeper than mere desire. You are invited to confront the truth. For them, the pivotal question is whether they can embrace honesty even if it entails consequences. For you, it revolves around valuing yourself, even if waiting seems to be the only option. This is why patience is crucial in this scenario, not patience rooted in hope, but patience grounded in self-trust. You are not meant to suspend your life. You are not intended to remain stuck in longing. You are encouraged to continue evolving, choosing, and living. If this connection is meant to flourish, it will do so when both of you can engage authentically, not partially or hesitantly, but wholly. And if it does not culminate in a shared existence, its influence will persist because it has already shifted your internal compass. That is not a loss. It is a new beginning. Many individuals navigate their entire lives without ever experiencing a connection that truly awakens them. They remain content in relationships that feel secure yet empty, prioritizing comfort over truth. You chose differently. You have discovered something authentic enough to disrupt your previous patterns, to reveal your fears, and to demand your growth. This aspect alone distinguishes this bond. As time progresses, clarity will emerge, not through force or mere patience, but through honest living. People either rise to meet the truth they perceive or retreat to what they find comfortable. Each path provides its own answers, and you will not need to pursue those answers. They will manifest through actions, decisions, and time. Until then, trust in what this connection has already imparted to you. It has bestowed awareness, and once awareness is attained, transformation is inevitable. As this awareness deepens, a subtle yet enduring shift begins to take place. You begin to refrain from labeling the connection or demanding explanations. Instead, you start to be receptive to what it is igniting within you. This is the reclamation of your power. The most perilous aspect of a prohibited connection is not the desire itself, but the risk of losing yourself while seeking understanding. You are no longer doing that. You are starting to recognize the stability you feel when you prioritize yourself, the calmness that arises when you cease searching for signs, and the clarity that comes when you stop speculating about what the silence signifies. This transformation is of greater significance than you may realize. While this connection initially drew you in powerfully, it is now imparting deeper wisdom, how to remain true to yourself. You are discovering that a genuine connection does not require you to relinquish your identity. True love does not necessitate enduring confusion. Profound feelings do not require suffering to validate their authenticity. This lesson remains vital regardless of whether you choose to remain with this person or not. On their end, the internal tension continues to mount. While you are consciously navigating this lesson, they are still grappling with it internally. They clearly perceive the disparity between their external identity and who they are in relation to you. They recognize the contrast between adhering to societal norms and experiencing aliveness in truth. This awareness cannot be overlooked indefinitely. Individuals can evade numerous challenges. They can avoid communication, evade choices, and sidestep conflict, yet they cannot evade their own essence forever. Eventually, something shifts, not in a dramatic fashion, but quietly. They begin to ask the questions they once avoided. They contemplate their restlessness and ponder why they feel disconnected from their chosen lives. They reflect on why things seem unresolved. Even if they never vocalize your name, your influence lingers within those inquiries. This juncture is where many forbidden connections either transform or terminate. Awareness necessitates a choice, and a choice demands courage. Some individuals rise to that occasion. They prioritize honesty over appearances, truth over comfort, and growth over fear. Others retreat. They entrench themselves in familiarity, reinforcing barriers. They deceive themselves into believing that emotional numbness equates to stability. Both decisions reveal their truths through actions, not words. This is where your resilience in self-definition becomes crucial. It is not your role to rescue someone from their anxieties. It is not your obligation to wait for another to awaken.